Ms. Sullivan, I've read your complaint. According to that complaint, the defendant owes you for a loan that you made to him, a loan
Yes.
in the amount of $3,600.
That's correct.
And you and the defendant were friends. You had met through a mutual friend. According to you, he came to you at some point with a tragic story and his need for money.
Yes.
You want to tell me when that was?
September 24th, 2015.
How long had you known him?
About a year plus a few months.
Did he come to your house or did he call you on the phone?
He had called me. We had met, and he...
Where did you meet?
We met at his house.
This is untrue, Your Honor.
I don't want to hear you. There's no issue with regard to whether she gave you the money. You acknowledge she gave you the $3,600.
No.
Oh, yes, you did in your answer. You absolutely did. There's no question that you acknowledge that she gave you $3,600. You have a different story about the $3,600, but there's no issue that she gave you the money.
Okay. The first moment that Jay explained to me was at his home. I was sitting on his couch next to him. He was hysterically crying. He said that his home was going to be foreclosed on, that he would be losing his home. I knew that, in fact, there was a 6-year-old, I believe it's a nephew, that is living with them, that him and his wife take care of a child. I felt extremely bad and was very worried and concerned about the situation and agreed to lend him the money. However, he agreed to get it back to me in a very timely fashion. He showed me the business card.
Okay, did you give him a check?
I gave him $2,500 cash. I gave him a check for $825 on September 24th.
That's an odd figure. You want to explain why?
He had been in serious money trouble. He said, I believe he has a car payment roughly of $400 a month. I'm not positive, but he needed a check to deposit. He had no money in his bank. He was fearful that he couldn't cash a check that large. I happened to keep cash in my safe because of emergencies. I went to Hurricane Katrina, realized cash is king.
Okay. Do you have a copy of that check?
I do.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I also tell you some other evidence that I have?
About the money, the cash itself?
Yes. Because of the large amount of cash, I said that I would need some kind of collateral. I had him sign over his pickup truck to me. And
I'd like to see that.
I did not, I just put a nominal fee of $1,500 on it because it's worth so much more that if I was going to get the truck, I would make out better in the deal.
I don't know.
Well,
Just let me
anyway,
see.
here is the checks, and here is his signature. He signed it gladly when the cash was in his face. Here you go.
Okay. Any other proof of the money that you want to show me?
I just have a very messy checkbook register, and I can...
I see the $850.
Well, it's just that I write down notes. I put $2,500 cash to Jay. I had avoided a check at one point because I...
No, not necessary.
And also, just so you are aware, I gave him quite a bit of time to come up with the money.
Just a second.
And I was very...
Just a second.
Just...
I have a question. I know you have a drill.
Okay, sure.
I have a question. Did he ever repay any part of that money?
A total of $120.
When did he pay the $120?
When I was to pick up the pickup truck about 3 to 4 weeks ago.
This is untrue, Your Honor.
When you threatened to go and pick up his pickup
Yes.
truck?
I have retained an attorney in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay, so then he gave you one payment of $120.
Yes.
Now, do you have any proof of that payment of $120? You do not?
He has it, but I don't.
Was there anyone present when he gave you that $120 4 weeks ago?
No, there was not.
How was it communicated to him that you were going to pick up his truck?
Verbally by me and from the Candia Police Department. I have gone to the police department over 5 times. I do have statements from the chief, and...
Is that a police report or
Yes.
just is a police report?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
There's a couple of reports from the chief because the first time...
Don't tell me because.
Oh,
If
no,
you
well, I'm
admit-
just saying the dates. The original was in November.
Just a second.
Okay, there you go.
Well, this is an email.
Well, if you look
From
behind it...
Shh. This is, if you could return that to her, please. Okay, now I have 2 different stories that you told the police.